Good morning, children. Let us continue the lesson safety and first aid. Safety and first aid. Safety, we have seen that inside our house and outside the house also. Inside the house, using the sharp knives and sharp objects, we have to be very careful. In the bathroom and near the kitchen also, we have to be very careful. And outside the house, by driving the vehicles and all. So that is why, suppose if anybody met with an accident, then what we have to do? So in the house also, sometimes we may slip down and we may get hurt. But while playing also, we may fall down and get hurt and we become injured. You might have seen number of times the cricket match, is it not? Players, they fall down because of the injury. The ball get heated to their heads or hands or legs somewhere. But if because there is a grass level ground, but here suppose if we are playing in the mud while running on the roadside or somewhere anywhere, if you fall down, then what will happen? You will get scratches on the hands or on the knees or somewhere. Then what will happen? That what time you will do? That time what will you do? Will you leave just like that only without cleaning the wound and all? No, you should not. You have to take care of that wound. Otherwise, what will happen? All the flies, all the germs, bacteria will start sitting on that and making it septic to the wound, and it becomes large. Pus formation will be there, and suppose it will be stinking very badly. So if you don't care, it will happen. But if you take care, then you will be safe side. How? First aid. We need to have this first aid box in our house, in the school, and everywhere, wherever it is needed. So that's why whenever we are going, the little amount, little something we should have with us. What are those? This is the first aid box. What is first aid actually? First aid is the immediate help given to an injured person before the medical help arrives. Did you understand? What is first aid? First aid is the immediate help given to an injured person or victim before the medical help arrives. Is called first aid. And box will be there. We have to make a box, and what the things we needed immediately to give the help. Those are, we should have the cotton balls and band-aid, crepe band-aid, antiseptic lotions, antiseptic cream, and syringes, and some tablets, emergency tablets. Those we need to keep it in the scissor is the main. Bandages, gauze cotton, these things are these things should be available in the first aid box. You too can make a first aid box and keep it ready. If it is available, then it is good. Then there are different ways, different types. First aid for cuts and wounds, small cuts. If we, while cutting the vegetable, it so happens sometimes we may get cut our finger. That time what will you do? Will you go to the doctor? No. You yourself can give the first aid. How? First you need to, suppose if your fingers get cut, immediately you can keep your finger under the running water. Open the tap and keep your finger under the running water. So automatically it will stop bleeding. Suppose if the wound, if the cut is deep, then what will you do? You can take one clean cloth and just press it on the cut or wound side. and press it for some time, then automatically it will stop. Suppose if it is, if the then you can remove that, apply an antiseptic lotion. Do you know that Dettol or Savlon lotion is the antiseptic lotion? You can apply that and apply an antiseptic cream also, and you can tie one bandage. Leave it like, otherwise you can leave it like that, because if you leave it openly and take care of that, the flies should not sit on that, so it will heal more quickly. So cuts and wounds, you need to apply these things. This is the action for cuts and wound you have taken, the precaution you have taken. But we have to take the precaution before it's getting cut. We have to be very careful. Okay, then secondly, suppose if the cut is too deeper, then you need to go to the doctor, and doctor will check whether the wound is deep or the cut is deep, or then he will put the sutures. Sutures means stitches. He will stitch the skin and give the needed medicines and all. Otherwise, if then the tetanus injection will be given to you if it required. If it required, the tetanus injection will be given. Suppose if it is iron with the metallic thing, if your finger or hand or leg or anywhere it got cut, then you need to take this action. The injection. First aid for burns. What will you do if your hand or anywhere if it gets cut, then what will you do? Get burns, then immediately you have to open the tap and hold that burnt area under the cool water. Then first aid for insect bite. First aid for insect bite. Sometimes it so happens the insect will sit and immediately it will sting and move away. Then what will you do? That time you have to apply an antiseptic cream. Clean it with the water, apply it, and then first aid for, yes, apply it paste of baking soda and an antiseptic cream on the affected area. You can also put some ice on the affected part. Why should we apply the ice on the affected area? Because the burning sensation will stop. The burning sensation will stop. That's why we need to apply the ice. First aid. If a person has become fainted, suppose if a person gets giddiness and if it falls down, then what will you do? You see that, and if any elder person is there, you can ask them to call the doctor immediately. But before that, what will you do? Make the person lie down, let the head lower than the body, so that the blood will reach to the brain. It will start flowing towards the brain, and it will be little bit fast. This helps blood reach brain faster. When there is an accident, there are certain rules you should follow. Never get panic. Call doctor, and just now what I said, that make the person lie down, let the head be lower side than the body. Do not crowd around the person. Make the person comfortable. Give him a glass of water. When he feels comfortable, that time give him a glass of water and make him comfortable. So, but the best thing is that we have to take precaution. The best rule is to follow safety rules. You should know the golden rule: prevention is better than cure. So this is about the first aid. Once again, I'll tell you what is first aid. The immediate help given to an injured person before the medical help arrives is called first aid. And the first aid box, we need emergency medicines, syringes, scissors, band-aids, cotton pads and bandages, crepe bandages, these things, and antiseptic lotion, antiseptic cream. These things we have to keep it in the first aid box. If you get cuts and wounds, first you need to wash it with the water, clean it, and then apply the antiseptic lotion, and then apply the antiseptic cream on that. And if the wound or cut is deep, go to a doctor and take the treatment for that. If it requires, then he will give the tetanus injection if it required. Then first aid for burns, you can clean, means immediately whenever you get burnt, immediately what will you do? You can take a hand or anything like, you keep it under running water to it becomes cool. Then apply, you can apply the coconut oil also first, because the water will not stand on the oily part. So that is why you can apply the coconut oil, and then you can keep it, your hand, the burnt area under the water. Otherwise you will get the boils. And whenever you are getting the bristles, no, that time you should not prick it with the pin or any pointed objects. Otherwise it will be a dangerous. So first aid for burns. Then first aid for insect bite also, you need to apply ice cubes. Then it will stop the burning sensation. Then you can clean it. Clean the area with the water, and then you can apply the ice cubes. Then first aid, if a person has fainted, then what will you do? You have to, what will you do? You tell me. You have to lie down the person, let the head be lower than the body, then the blood start flowing faster towards the brain, and the person also will be comfortable. When he, so till then what will you do? Till the medical help arrives, what will you do? You do not get panic, and let the crowd will not, the crowd should not be there around the person. See that? And if you find any adult, then you can ask him to call the doctor. Because first aid people, those who are trained, they only can give this first aid treatment. All cannot give the first aid treatment. So trained person only can give the first aid. Suppose if, okay, so go through this lesson. With this we have completed the lessons also. Here you can see the picture, how the people are helping, how these children are helping to an injured child. First they are pressing the above the cut area, they are tying the bandage and all, giving the first aid here. And secondly, here you can see the burnt area, they are applying the antiseptic cream on the affected area. This is the one. And insect bite also, here snake bite or anything, any insect bite also, you can see you have to tie with a cloth tightly. Okay, then apply a paste of baking soda and an antiseptic cream on the affected area. You can also put some ice on the affected area. Okay, then you hear about the so for all this, prevention is the better than cure. We must follow the safety rules. Okay, in the next class we'll learn few more things by writing. Thank you.